We all strive to be happy, but sometimes our circumstances seem beyond control and we're left feeling hopeless and unhappy. So imagine suddenly finding yourself widowed at age 27 with an 11-month-old baby to raise and $3 million of debt. How would you even think of surviving? This scenario was all too real for Master Ddnard, who has transformed her life through meditation and spiritual practice and is now helping others around the world. In her book, The Compass of Now, Master Ddnard shares wisdom on becoming financially and emotionally free. Welcome to Connecticut Style. Thank you for being here. Ddnard, let's take you back. Let's go back to your 20s. Tell me what was going on in your life and what happened.
Yes, I woke up that the morning of New Year's Eve, and then my mother walked up to me and said, I don't have to go and pick up my husband anymore because he has passed away. The only word I could say is that, Mom, tomorrow is New Year, and we plan to celebrate New Year together. My son was about to be 1 year old, his birthday, but then the look in my mother's eyes shows that it was true. The moment I learned that my son would have to grow up without having a father, I was screaming and said that, how would he grow up without a father? But then, before I collapsed, what I saw was that my son, he stood up on his feet for the first time.
At that moment?
At that moment, and he hugged me very tight and wiped away my tears. At that time, I realized that while I was crying and asking the wrong questions, that why this is happening to me, my little baby actually asked the right question, that how he could help his mom. That moment as a mother, you know, we women, we know that we have to be our best for our loved ones. But when we went to the funeral, we learned that we had inherited $3 million US, not in cash, but in debt. And all the creditors and bankers and shareholders were all there. That meant we had to close the funeral very quickly. And I had to fly back to Bangkok very, very fast.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how was it that you were able, because it didn't take long to get out of this debt?
Exactly. Because someone said to me that if you want to manage your life, you need to manage your mind. If you want to be financially free, you need to be emotionally free. I didn't know how then, even though I was in Thailand where people meditate. But at that time, I just came back from University of London. I had my master's degree in economics, and they didn't tell me how I would cope with that kind of situation.
Sure.
The first day when I tried to be with myself, the pain was killing me, and I was full of thought. The thoughts were so overwhelming, and I was thinking of the shareholders, the bad partners, and bad bankers, and all that. But that moment, I saw that my thoughts was going out all the time. At that time, I saw thought was separated from me. Teresa, imagine if you can see that your thoughts and your feeling are not you. Then you can be free from everything in this whole world. That means no circumstances can harm you.
But it's so difficult to do that, to separate yourself.
Exactly. But imagine at that time, I had no idea about meditating. But while I was just focusing, the secret is just to observe yourself, observe how your body moves, and observe how your mind was moving. At that time, when I see that thought is separated, another thing came. I knew then that if I can see myself separated from my own thoughts and feelings, then I'm free. Apart from that, when I sat down to meditate, to keep myself calm, I saw the pain in my leg was beating very fast. That moment, when I was observing just my pain, I saw pain and my mind separated again.
Really?
That
And did it stop the pain?
No, it wasn't. But at that time, I realized that, oh my God, in our whole life, we try to change the situation to benefit us. But if this pain, so real to me, can be observed just as it belongs to someone else, then that is that. My mind is my mind. The moment I can coexist with the pain disappears. At that moment, I knew then that I could pay off all my debt, because I knew that when you stop trying to push something away, stop trying to push your problems away, it disappears on its own. But we human, without knowing that, we keep pushing things that we don't like away.
Right.
But the more you put your energy into it, the bigger it
conquer
grows.
it, right?
Yeah.
And you take care of it. So the meditation can help other people. That's
actually when you talk about meditation, people would say that you have to go and sit down and close your eyes. Actually, you can do it right now here. You're just observing that you listen to me for a few moments, and then your mind wander around again. That is meditation.
Really?
Yes. So when you get angry with someone, when you're jealous of someone, like most of your audience today, they might be losing their jobs, feeling bad about their work, or in debt,
Sure,
or
there's a lot of
have bad
hardships.
friends and all that. However, all this can go away by just observing your mind and refine your inner. Because your inner actually radiates, reflect into your outer circumstance. At that time, I had $3 million debt.
Yeah.
So most of you now are better off than me
Oh,
then,
I would
right?
say, right.
So I was sitting down in front of my house, and the wind actually blows. When the breeze touches my skin, I felt very happy. And I said, oh, I'm so happy. My sister said, you must be crazy. You owe $3
With
million.
all that debt?
Yes, with all
And
that
you
debt.
lost your husband?
But you know what? With that happiness in mind, it generated the thing that I could be more happy of.
Well, I guess it's a mind, a
Yes.
frame of mind, right? And you
Yes.
have to think a certain
So
way.
actually, your mind actually initiate and defines everything that's happening to you. So whatever you want to change in your life, you change it inside, bit by bit, bit by
That's
bit.
the way it starts,
Yes.
right? Where can we find your book?
Actually, everywhere in America
Just
today.
about everywhere,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's great. And I know that you have a couple conferences. You're going to be coming back to the
Yes.
United
Can
States.
I tell you a little story about the monkey and the peanuts?
Yes.
Yes, because when people ask me how I paid off all my debt,
Yes.
I tell them that in Thailand, if they want to catch a monkey, they bring a coconut, cut off the top of the coconut, put the peanut inside.
Right.
The monkey comes, take the peanuts, cannot take its hand out. So
And doesn't let go of the peanuts,
doesn't let go
though.
of the peanuts. So if you want to get out of your problem now, whatever you're facing, let go of your desire. Then you will see all the doors of opportunities open up for you.
Very good advice.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for being
you're welcome.
here.